Hello, I'm Andrew Ford. Thanks for tuning in to my video blog with the Utah Homes team and with HomeSmart Advantage. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that I keep getting more and more of lately, and that is buying a home without a realtor. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about the process of what a realtor does and doesn't do, and do you need one? Now, when I've got a brother who's a CFA and he works for Goldman Sachs, and he's really a financial wizard, and he does his own taxes because he's fully qualified and capable of doing that. Most people aren't qualified to do their own taxes, so they hire a professional. And when you buy a home, you're not buying a home every day, and it's a complicated process, and there's a lot of moving parts. And so for most people, they need a realtor, but there are some that have a lot of experience in buying homes. You have investors that have bought multiple properties and builders and things like that they understand their contracts and they're okay to do it on their own. But for the rest of us, I thought I'd go through and visit a little bit about it. Obviously, we can go online and find the properties. You look on the utahhomes.com and everything that's active and available, as well as under contract and looking for backup offers, you can see all that. So a realtor is not here just to give you information, it's to help you analyze the data. It's to help you find the right property at the right price. And then once you're under contract, I'll talk about that process from contract to closing. You have a time period for due diligence. And again, some people have a lot of experience where they don't need a realtor, but for most people, they don't have access to home inspectors. In the state of Utah, there's not some set of regulations that are monitoring home inspectors. And so you got to know who one is that's going to really look out for your interest and do a good, thorough home inspection so you know what you're getting into. Same would be true when you're working on radon test, meth test, if you're doing mold or asbestos, lead-based paint, things like that. Do you have access to those kinds of professionals? Once you get past that, you're dealing with the title company and you're collecting the PR from the escrow, and you're dealing with title to make sure the settlement statement and HUD-1s are correct. Dealing with the lender and making sure that the lender has all their documents and that they understand the deadlines and the time frames to order appraisals and get into underwriting. Did they get the credit? Do they have all the things that they need from us on the seller's side, from the buyer's side? There's a lot of documents in there that need to be taking place. We're going to collect the homeowners association paperwork. We want to look and see what kind of reserves do they have. Do they have sufficient to cover any costs that are going to be coming up? Some HOAs are really well managed and some have deferred costs, and you may end up having a large call if they don't have cash reserves. We want to look at the last 2 meeting minutes and see what they have. Do they have any transfer fees? We have some transfer fees with HOAs that are $1,500, and if you're buying a home and you're putting all your money into the down payment, you may not have to pay for closing costs, depending on whether the seller or the lender's chipping in on that. That transfer fee could kill a deal, and we won't know it till the very end if you don't have somebody looking out for transfer fees. Then we're going to make sure we look at the plat. We're going to check out any boundary line agreements and easements. You know, there's lots of things with the title report that we're going to look at and help you analyze to make sure that you're safe and secure there. Those are a lot of moving parts to kind of pull together to kind of orchestrate to get to a point where you have a successful closing. Now, if you're selling another property in order to purchase a new one, there's a lot of juggling that goes along with that. I've tried to boil that down to a really quick segment to have you listen to, but do you need a realtor to help you buy a home? Well, maybe you do and maybe you don't. I think most people do, but if you don't, at least have a trusted attorney or a friend like that review your documents for you, make sure your purchase contracts, the seller's property condition disclosures, things like that are all in good working order. Hopefully that answers some questions for you. You may choose to sell your home or buy a home on your own, but if not, I'd love to work with you. Give me a shout out if you think you're going to be buying in the next 12 months. If you have a question you want me to answer, please shoot me a text, email, or a phone call. If I use your question in a future video blog, you got a $25 gift certificate. Thanks again. Have a great day.